You know what's interesting about that last podcast is that when I did this Mindwave 1 episode, and then you listened to it, and then you told me about what you said about Gerhard Richter going to his retrospective and how that influenced your painting, or influenced the way that when you were in art school, that you actually didn't quit art school because you went to the retrospective.
Yeah, and what was it that you said in that?
Well,
Oh,
it was
'cause
actually
brought up
what
my name.
you said.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a little inception. You brought up what I said, and in the moment I listened to that podcast, I was thinking about giving up, and you bringing up what I said back then convinced me now not to. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but
what did time travel?
Why did you? I mean, I guess what were you going through to where you would want to give up recently?
I think it's just it's cumulative and I don't think I'm the only one that goes through it. I'd hope not, but I don't know. Just you get to these points where you think you should be better than you are. You think you should be more accomplished than you are. You know, these narratives that you've tell yourself or set for yourself, and then look at where you're at, and those don't match up. So it becomes very discouraging. So it was just one of those things. I was, didn't, even though I was working for the show that I just had, I was like, man, I just feel like my work should be better than it is, and I'm not where I want to be, and all these things. So maybe it's time to hang up the brushes, and I think that happens once a year, maybe.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And just dissatisfied. And I think a lot of things play into it. I mean, the oversaturation of art right now, maybe looking at too much art, too much social media, like all these things, even though I wasn't that much because I've been in Paris, but all those. And then,
it could be just looking at what other people are doing on Instagram too.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. I wasn't really at the time much because in Paris, I'm not really on social media that much.
Yeah, that's right.
But maybe I just started looking at it again.
Yeah.
Oh no, I did. That's right. Because that's when I came back here to get my visa. And I listened to that episode, I think, when I was going for a run or something. Yeah, so it was here. So I did start looking at a bit.
Yeah.
Social media again. But yeah. So it's funny, that story that saved me before kind of did again.
Yeah, I always find it really interesting where, although there's so much information and there's so much information out there, that we have to have these constant, if not daily reminders sometimes of, just what we want to do or what we want to accomplish, or that, when you were talking about the Gerhard Richter retrospective, it's more about like the long term and having like long-term a longevity with yourself as an artist, right?
Yeah, that and the longevity really, it was that idea that it's a life commitment, not to be too concerned with what's happening now, this month, or even next year.
Yeah.
But it's a more of a journey. And it always reminds me, like, the thing that really kind of blew my mind about that was the amount of creativity. So it's the potential, like things are going to change. You have so much more ahead of you that you're probably going to make. All that, I don't know why, it becomes really rejuvenating.